slithers into the jungle, call it python time. Bold constriction got them wrapped, they entwine. Educational bites, better sharpen your mind. Lens focus tight, capture moments in time. Scales gleaming under lights, stay exotic and rare from the...
What it do? It's your boy Prince Elias for another Snake Prince Vlogs. I'm home. It's been days since Memphis Monster Con, since me and the reptiles have vended that show. It was a lot of fun, and I am going to talk about good highlights and what I've learned from that and what I plan to do different. Just a disclaimer, if you hear a little whistle noise, hopefully the mic doesn't pick it up, but my heater is on because during Memphis Monster Con weekend, it was a good fall weather, amazing fall weather, like mid 70s, very nice, very crisp. And then last night the temperatures dropped to the 20s. So yeah, and I don't have central air and heating in this house, so it is a little chilly. During the summer months, the snakes were all on ambient, and now I had to turn their thermostats and their heat back on, so they are nice and toasty. But me, as a human being, I gotta be nice and toasty. So I got the heater on, so hopefully the microphone doesn't pick it up. But if it does, my apologies. Anywho, I'm gonna talk about the good things that happened. Nothing bad happened, in my opinion, for me. I did hear some vendors have some stuff that they weren't so happy about, like the crowds, the numbers, the people, the customers, but I had a great time. And I had people at my table. Actually had too many people at my table because your boy was tired and didn't get much of a break. But we will talk about that in a bit. But first, I want to show y'all a haul of some things I got the last day of the con, that Sunday, because I wanted to support some of the local vendors, some of the local artists, and a lot of their prices were very reasonable, and some of their stuff were pretty dope, especially these independent comic book artists who create their own artwork, like hand drawn and hand paint, and even digital on their iPads. Like, the level of skills it takes to make this stuff, I just had to support them and all that jazz. So I'm going to shout some people out. Now, there is one vendor that I did not buy from his table, but he makes some dope shit. Like, he make homemade satchels, homemade hand purses. He do a lot of craftsmanship, like swords and daggers, blacksmithing. That's why I couldn't get the word out. Blacksmithing. And he also, in the middle of the convention, you know, while you're shopping at his booth, he was still creating, still making. And he found some deer bones, you know, off the side of the road, some carcasses. He cleaned them all, sanitized them. And he was in the middle of the show creating wind chimes out of those deer bones. That I thought that was some dope shit. Like, watching him put the beads together and doing the pliers and all that stuff and creating beautiful art out of bones of an animal that was no longer here. It was just like repurposing, giving it a new life and repurposing. I thought that was dope. So I did not buy anything from his booth, but I did chat with him a bit and let him hold my snakes because he couldn't make it to my booth, so I brought the snakes to him. And dope dude. His name is Sir Joffrey's Forge and Blacksmithing. This is his business card, so please go out and support him. And I'm gonna put this focus, so support him, hit him up. He make custom things, like I said, wind chimes, handbags, swords, knives, daggers, staffs, walking sticks. The dude is dope. But if he come back next year, I'm actually going to buy something from him because his shit was dope. It wasn't in my price range at the time because y'all know the economy, but I just want to support and shout him out. So if you want some dope, creative stuff, hit up Jeff. Hope it, come on, focus on the name. Yeah. So, Sir Jeffrey's Forge, or Joffrey, Sir Joffrey, sorry. Joffrey. His name is Jeff, but the company is Sir Joffrey's Forge. Very, very dope blacksmithing and creative person. Now, let's get to the stuff that I did buy and purchase. There was a comic book artist, comic book creator. He has 2 different series, and he's local to Memphis. It's all Memphis thing. He has a comic book series. First of all, the company name is Thrill Comics. And you can find his stuff at thrillcomics.com. But one of the series that he created was called Memphis versus Zombies. And this is a bookmark I got off his table. So we can focus. Let me hide my face. It's still trying to focus on my head. There we go. And then also there's one called Blues, Lore and Legends. So he has a comic book based off of legendary blues artists and legends in the music space, especially around Memphis. So dope stuff. But he made this poster and it was just $10, so I went ahead and got it, and I'm gonna find a way to hang it behind me on this wall now that I have some open space. And I need to put the other artwork that was there before, but it kind of fell off. I need some stronger hooks, but I'm gonna get this framed and hung up. Glorilla with Godzilla and Clozilla. So I thought that was dope. He does a lot of artwork with Glorilla, 3-6 Mafia, other Memphis legends, Memphis stars. So I thought that was real dope and real funny. And so I decided to get that poster to hang up. You know, got to represent the Memphis mine. I also got a sticker from him that actually says mine on it, since, you know, us Memphis people, we can't help but say that. That's our favorite slogan, mine. So I got a sticker that says mine, and I'm going to put that on my notebook. Next up in this haul, there was this young black girl. She has a custom jewelry, like custom necklaces and earrings and stuff out of beads and stuff. And she had a couple of horror themed stuff. So let me find this. Gabrielle Cunnings, and handmade jewelry and artwork. And the company is called Despy Tortoise on Etsy. So she has an Etsy shop. Espy. I said Despy. Espy Tortoise, sorry. So just wanted to focus on that. And you can follow, they do have an Etsy shop, Facebook, so follow. And this is a dope piece of jewelry necklace I bought just to support. It's horror. It got skulls and teeth with blood like vampires. Y'all know how big Sinners, the movie Sinners, was. A lot of people, it was a guy who came dressed cosplaying as a vampire, a black vampire, and it was dope. But a lot of people had like Sinners theme or vampire themes with blood and teeth and stuff. So I had to get this necklace, and I'm gonna rock it eventually one of these days, as soon as I find something to wear with it. But it is dope, so I had to support her. And her jewelry was very, very nice, very creative, and yeah, she had bracelets, earrings, necklaces all around. So definitely check her out, her Etsy shop. I put that information, put that card up. There was another company. They made like soap, horror theme, like bubble baths and soap, or those dissolved soaps. Like one was like a pink shaped skeleton of a duck, a duck skeleton, but it was pink shaped, and it's like bath soap that you can like throw in water, your bath water, it turns everything pink and stuff. But she also had some horror themed hats and tote bags, so I went ahead and got a tote bag. And y'all know I love Scream, so I had to get the Scream one. She had so many different ones. She had Scream, some Nightmare on Elm Street, a whole bunch of other stuff, but I had to get Ghostface because I love Scream. And they also used it to carry all these merch. There was another dope young man. He makes hand-drawn creations. And I'm not gonna say man, they could be non-binary, but they They created a bunch of hand-drawn artwork, and they were selling like different copies and prints of their hand-drawn artwork. And they also do custom artwork for people, so if I wanted to commission them to draw custom stuff, they do it as well. So I might hit them up in the future and work with them. But the company is called Silver Fox Legacy. This is the business card I got from the table. Focus on that, please, camera. There we go. So that's the information. Give them a follow. And I love, this is one of my favorite cartoons or series from YouTube. Well, they now got picked up from I think it's Amazon Prime. But Hell of a Boss is a show called Hell of a Boss and Has Been Hotel. There's 2 different shows, and I remember watching from the very beginning of the YouTube days when they were just posting episodes on YouTube. But anyways, I had to get this drawing that they did of one of the characters from Hell of a Boss, Luna. And so I was like, yeah, that's one of my favorite characters, so let me go ahead and grab that. And it was just $5 for something that they hand drew, they sketched. So I thought that was dope. So I'm going to put it in a little tiny frame and hang it somewhere on my wall. Had to support the young artists. Love supporting young artists. And y'all know ever since, you know, we decided to do boycotts of big corporations, boycotting Disney, boycotting you know, Target and all these other big corporations that's like giving in to fascism and stuff like that, I can still get my fix supporting, you know, artists, local artists, small businesses who you know, create artwork, like stuff that's on my wall, like the stuff I got that's like the Disney artwork, but it's not made or sold by Disney, fan art and stuff like that. So I like supporting that way. Another great pickup I got. There were a couple of crochet artists, but this one I thought was real cute. I got another $5 deal, but I thought it was real adorable. And this person, their shop was T Shop Crafts. They handcrafted a lot of crochet things. So look them up, follow them on the social medias if you can. Here go QR codes for their Instagram, TikTok, and shop, I guess website or Etsy shop, I don't know. But anyways, I thought this was cute, thought it was adorable, and I thought I wanted to support. So little mushroom man. And I'm gonna put this on my desk at work, hang this up somewhere on my desk. But it was handcrafted mushroom, little mini mushroom man. So I just thought that was real cute, something to hang up on my desk at work. Little cute little thing. And it was, you know, like I said, handmade, crochet. All right, we're getting down to the thick of it, to the last 3 pickups, my absolute favorites. Now this artist came by my booth to see the snakes, and they were so dope and so amazing and so fabulous. The makeup, top notch. The outfits, everything, but they were dope. And I'm saying they because I did not get their name and pronouns at the time. Should have, but and I don't want to no, I don't want to disrespect. But anyways, they are a comic book artist, and the name Austin Light, and the company name is American Demon Comics. And I bought 1 volume. They had like 3 volumes of their comic book, but I bought volume 1, issue 1, and hopefully they'll come back next year and I can get the other ones. If not, I can just follow their social medias, their website, and order it and have it shipped to me. But they have their own comic book series that they hand drawn. This one's called Envy. They had several other ones, and so just give you a little sneak peek of the artwork, the drawing and stuff. Super dope, super gothic. I love this type of stuff, so I'm definitely gonna read it. And when I'm done reading, I'm gonna keep it in this protective sleeve. Again, I just wanted to support some of the vendors who are there, and you know, if I thought their products were dope and I could afford it, it was in my budget, I went ahead and got it. So I'm going to read this issue, and if I love it, I'm going to order the other 2 volumes, the other issues of it, just to support. So yeah, follow American Demon Comics, and this author is Austin Light, and the title of the series is Envy. And again, they had other series too, and they have another one coming up. I actually signed up for their newsletter, because if you sign up for their newsletter, you get like 15% off whatever you buy at their table. And so I did get the first edition of their newsletter covering the Comic-Con, the Monster Con, and now I got their information. Now I know how I can reach out when I want to buy other comics. All right. Last 2, the big things. There was a guy selling Funko Pops, collectible Funko Pops, but he was also selling, y'all know that crazy little demon, the Labubus, and other products, like the Disney collaboration of the company that creates Labubus, and also Miniso. So anyways, they were selling all those collectible keychain dolls and Funko Pops and things like that. So I was looking around checking, and I saw they had Stitch, the Gen Z Street Stitch. Now I saw this on Instagram, and of course the resellers were selling them 50, 60, $100, and I'm like, for a keychain of a doll, hell no. But this guy was selling them at retail price, what the companies would have been selling them, not the reseller prices, but the actual prices that they were worth on the official Pop Mark or Miniso website. So I got one for my niece, because my niece loves Labubus. She got a whole Labubu collection, but she also loved the Disney versions of those. And so I bought her one, and I bought myself one. We opened them up, and of course she got the pink one, the pink Stitch, called Aloha. So she got that pink one right there, and these are all the different ones you could get. Plus there's a mystery one. Now mine is on my work backpack that I'm taking tomorrow. The keychain already hanging on my backpack, so I don't have it on me right now, but I do have a picture of it. I got Bounce. So it was a mystery. You did not know what you got till you opened it. And so my keychain is this cute little Stitch with the hoodie, with the red hoodie, blue jeans, and a yellow hat, called Bounce. And so he is on my backpack, and my niece got the pink one, the one with the pink hoodie, named Aloha, on her backpack. So we're twinsies, and so I just thought, this is cute. We love the whole mystery box keychain Labubu fret craze, and so I decided to, since we're boycotting Disney, I decided to shop Disney with a reseller who wasn't selling it like the eBay people on eBay selling these for like $50, $60. Like, no, fuck that. He was selling these. Actually, I got a discount because I was a vendor. He sold it to me for $15. So nice. But he was selling it at retail price of what it would have been on the official website, instead of the gouging prices that these resellers be doing. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. If you look on eBay and try to find a Labubu for your children, and you hope and pray it's authentic, now knock on wood, eBay has never done me wrong, because I would buy used camera gear and stuff like that. You just got to be smart and look at the reviews and look at the seller's scores. Like, is it 80% positive, 90% positive? I don't do anything below 80. Anything that's rated like 70 or 60% positive, I don't shop with them. And so that's just a little tidbit for you guys. If you're buying used camera gear or old gear or electronics or Labubu resellers, but the Labubu resellers are ridiculous. These keychain mystery box people are ridiculous. Even the Funko Pops. Some Funko Pops be like $200 on eBay. Like, what the fuck? They're toys. I don't care how rare it is. They're toys. Like, what the hell? But anyways, I digress. Now, this is my prized possession. This is one pickup. This was the most expensive one, but it was well worth it. And luckily, I made a lot of money at my booth, so I was able to purchase this and still have some money left over. Y'all, I am in the green. I made my money back on the table, on the booth, and then some. And so I decided to treat myself with this. Now, at the show, I met a um a film and TV FX designer. He do independent contracting, but he also works with his partner, and so they get special effects. So you know, when you're watching movies or TV shows and they got the prosthetics, the makeup, like for example, the movie that's out this weekend is the new Predator movie, on Predator Badlands or whatever. He would be the type of person that would get hired from different Hollywood movie studios to create the masks or the weapons for films like that. And he has done stuff like that. And so, but on the side, when he's not working in Hollywood or working on film projects, he will create little special effects, little teddy bears, horror teddy bears with either celebrity faces or movie monster faces. When I first saw his table, I was gonna go straight for the teddy bear with the ghost face, because y'all know I love Scream. Scream is one of my favorite franchises. So I was going to get a teddy bear with ghost face. And again, he molds and hand paints these faces. When y'all see the details of what I'm about to show y'all, he does all this. And I asked him, I was like, yo, so how long it take you to make these bears? And he was like, it's kind of hard to tell, because I could do like 5 or 6 bears at a time, but it takes a while, because in order for it to look as realistic and nice as it is, you just can't slap paint on it. You gotta let that dry and go back and touch it up again, and then go back and restructure this or add this or take away that and go back. So, and then you go start a new one, and then you go back a new mode, and then you go back to the first one, and it's a long process. So, but he was like, you know, I can knock out in a couple of hours a few teddy bears. It just takes a while on the painting process. And his stuff wasn't expensive. It wasn't like $100 or anything like that. I think it was either 50 or 60. I can't remember, but his teddy bears, and he had many ones, and he had big giant teddy bears. He did one with Robin Williams face on it, and it was like one of those giant life-size teddy bears, and that thing was nice. That thing was amazing. He also did Tim Curry's version of Pennywise, the first Pennywise. He's done a whole bunch of, it was amazing. But anyways, to meet a black man who has worked on big Hollywood productions doing special effects art, it was an honor to get something from him. And what I bought from him, because at first I didn't see it, it was the only one hanging up on the display, and I was looking at, you know, Ghostface and Chucky and, you know, Freddy Krueger and Jack. I was looking at those, and I didn't see in the corner this one bear, and he said it's only 2 that he's ever made. One that he got personally for him at his house, and the one he brought to the con to sell. And so I got one of 2 that he's ever made, and I'm super excited. When I saw this, I was like, forget all the horror shit. This is the one I need. And so when I show y'all, y'all gonna get it. Y'all gonna understand why I got it. Especially if you know, you know. Ta-da! Yes. Thriller Bear. Michael Jackson's Thriller. And look at the details. He, like, for Zombie Michael, look at the details of how he drew this shit and painted it. And oh my gosh, like even the zombie face, like all the details like that. I know it looks scary because it's Zombie Michael Jackson from Thriller, but like he painted this, all that, and I just thought it was dope. And I was like, yo, I gotta have this teddy bear. I don't even know where I'm gonna put it. It's probably gonna be on my dresser right here, by Oya, my snake. But I just had to have Thriller Bear, MJ Thriller. But yeah, it was dope. So it was good meeting him, and I got his name, and I lost it. I was vending. I had a lot of bags, and I was just throwing stuff in bags at the end of the show. But when I find his information, I'll post it somewhere in the description of this video later on afterwards. But super, super dope. Great to meet a special effects artist who actually worked on big Hollywood films and TV shows and created some amazing monsters and creations, him and his business partner. And again, he's done a lot of contracting stuff, but on the side, when he's not working on big major productions, he make horror teddy bears. Horror themed teddy bears, and I thought it was dope. It was amazing. He made a lot of dope shit, but this is my prized possession of the con, my biggest pickup, my favorite pickup. Thriller bear. And so yeah, that is it for the haul, and this video has gone long enough. 25 minutes. Shit. Okay, I'll make this fast. Lessons learned. One is that I'm so happy I did this. I'm so happy I did this. On the first day, I took Jasmine, my big ball python, my oldest ball python. She's a normal. And then I took Kita, the blue-eyed Lucy, the belle. Kita was the snake that got people's attention to come to the table, because a lot of people was like, oh my gosh, I never seen an all-white snake before. But Jasmine was the superstar. She was very personable, people, and because of her size, because she's so big, especially for a ball python, because there were several people who got pet snakes at the house. They were like, my ball python does not look that big. It does not look like that. And so many people came to take pictures of her and with her, and of course Kita, because they never seen a blue-eyed Lucy, all white snake. And so lesson number one, never underestimate the classic ball python. Never underestimate the classic ball python. You can still take the bells and the pies and the bananas and the albinos, because they are the eye candy, but the classic, super classic still reigns supreme. Everybody wanted pictures with Jasmine. It was crazy. And then also, we talk about this a lot in the reptile community. When you go to reptile expos, you know, people are annoyed when they see breeders with sitting down on their phones behind the booth, behind the table, not engaging with people, not being personable. And I get it, because I'm awkward as fuck. I have big social anxiety. It's hard for me to start a conversation, and it's hard for me to end a conversation, which happened a lot of awkward pauses at the end before people is like leaving the booth saying, thanks for letting us see your snakes, have a good day. Because I don't know how to end a convo. It gets awkward sometimes. But I'm so happy that when the show started, instead of standing behind my booth, I went in front of my booth with the snakes. I had Jasmine wrapped around my neck, and of course Jasmine, she loves being at the top. Pause. For a ball python, she likes to climb and sit at the top of my head. And so she did that, what she normally do, sit. I had a hat on, so she sat on top of my head, and I had Kita in my hand, and I stood in front of my table, in the front, and that what drew people in. When I was behind my table, people were just barely glancing, and some of them didn't even notice the snake was on my head. They didn't even notice. But when I got in front of my booth and stood in the aisles, that's when we started getting traction and getting people coming towards us, because they were like, oh my gosh, you have a snake. Oh my gosh, you have two snakes. Oh my gosh, that's an all white snake. So definitely grateful for that. And then also another lesson learned. I'm so happy. Even though it wasn't really cold, we were closer to the door, and that door was open, so a cool breeze always flew through. And so I'm happy that I followed my first mind and brought plenty of thermostats in, because I have extra Inkbird thermostats just laying around. I brought heat mats, so I made sure every snake had their own individual heat. And so periodically I would give each snake a break, put them in the holding tub that they were in, so they can warm up, because it did get a little chilly in the building. It wasn't cold the entire time, but every once in a while a breeze would go through that door, and we was like it would get out to a point I had to put a hoodie on, you know what I'm saying? And then if I was holding a snake, they would go inside my hoodie and be wrapped up with me. So another great lesson. And then also as far as photo booth, the displays go, I am getting a new backdrop. Thank you to Nick from Unlock Morphs / Forever Kennedy. He helped create me a brand new banner backdrop. It's going to be the tension fabric kind of what a lot of people use nowadays. So you won't be seeing the poles that are holding my... I'm going to tell y'all right now. The banner I had, I literally got it made off Printify last year at the last minute and had it shipped to me. It was like a tapestry, and that was my backdrop, and it worked. It was fine. We used it. It did not deter customers, but presentation is big, and presentation is something that I want to improve on to make my table and booth look better, because I want to do more than just Memphis Monster Con. I love Memphis Monster Con. I hope I could do it every year, every November, but as like the season finale or send off to the snakes before they go in for winter break and not do any photo shoots and stuff. But I do want to do other conventions that come in Memphis and other festivals, especially in the summer months. Memphis has several different Comic Cons that happen, events, and so I want to be able to vend those shows as well. So I want my presentation to be a lot better. Also, I'm thinking of, now I did take photos with my camera, actually with this Sony camera right here that I'm vlogging on, and I emailed the pictures to the people. Well, hopefully next year I can invest or maybe rent out an actual photo booth, professional photo booth that, you know, people do at weddings. And I was thinking maybe either invest in one, buy one of my own, or rent one. Because they're not that expensive to rent for a day. Some companies do hourly rentals, but if I rent for a day, I can make my money back that day tenfold that I invested in renting it. And I think just giving people physical copies, photos that can be printed right then and there, physical copy. Of course, we can still give them the option of the digital to go to their phone, but I want to give people that personal, tangible thing that they could use to take home of them holding a snake and, you know, getting their pictures done. And yeah, it was a lot of fun, a lot of lessons learned, a lot of great ideas. Oh, last thing. I saw a couple of, I got this inspiration from a lot of the artists there, the artist vendors and Artist Alley, the way they display their artwork, like their posters or their creations, how they have them like hanging on and shelving them like off to the sides of their booths and stuff like that. I want to do something like that, but I want to display previous photography gigs that me and the snakes do. That way I can help push that side, because I gave out business cards. Like, y'all, business cards still work. Don't let the internet fool y'all and think that business cards don't work. I almost ran out of business cards. I think I got like 5 or 6 left. I got to order some more. Business cards still work. People still get them and grab them. And so I want to be able to have, you know, promote the photography stuff that we've done in the past, whether it's photos that I've taken personally or other photographers in Memphis have taken of my snakes, and just have them displayed up off to the sides of the tables on these different shelves or racks or whatever. I took several pictures of different booths just for inspirations of how they display their artwork, how they displayed their paintings or their posters and stuff. And I think if I print photos of past photo shoots that we've done, professional photos, and display them off to the side, that will also help lure people in, be eye-catching, like, ooh, we see portraits. What is this beautiful model with this snake? What is this person with this snake? Like just have better presentation overall. So those are the lessons learned. Those are the things that I took away from this second time vending Memphis Monster Con. I love it. I love it. Oh, last lesson. Have someone with you. Boy. I think I'm going to hire my nieces, and by hire I mean offer to feed them for a day, to be there with me, to help me out, because baby, I I literally ran to the restroom with Jasmine wrapped around my head. Like, I literally went to the restroom and peed with Jasmine still wrapped around my head because I had nobody to watch the booth. And because my neighbors, I did make friends with the neighbors on both sides of me, but one went to have a smoke break, the other one went to go get lunch, another one went to go speak for a panel. So I had nobody to watch the booth and watch the animals, but I had to pee very, very bad. So Jasmine went to the restroom with me. And so definitely need a helper when vending shows, whether it's a niece or a nephew, a sibling, somebody. I need a helper. I can't keep doing this shit solo. And there were times, now luckily I was able to like get food from the food trucks that were out there and have lunch and rest my feet a little bit, but for the most part of the show I was standing up talking and engaging and interacting with people the whole time, both Saturday and Sunday. And when push come to shove, when you gotta use the bathroom or go grab you a bite to eat or go get something to drink, it's best to have a helper, someone there to help watch the booth and you know, make sure safety, you know, you don't end up missing any animals or merchandise or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I had some amazing neighbors. Just like last year, I had some amazing neighbors, vendors who, you know, we helped look out for each other. When the guy to my right needed a smoke break, I watched his merch. I watched his booth, make sure nobody took anything off the tables and vice versa. It was just at one point when my bladder had to go and neither of my neighbors were there, I was like, fuck. And so, yep, I was in the restroom stall with Jasmine wrapped around my head while I pee. Hey, it is what it is. But yeah, so that's it. This video has gone long, way too long, but I had fun. I had a great time, learned some things, got to support some vendors, got to make some business connections. And some people are planning on booking us in the future for birthday parties and photo shoots, and it's a lot of fun. Like I said, as long as they have me, I will vend at Memphis Monster Con every time they do it in Memphis. I had a blast. That could be our season finale every year, because when winter time comes, me and the snakes are done with the photo shoots. The snakes do not come outside till springtime, for their safety and for their health, because like I said, it was the 70s all weekend, and then yesterday, Monday, it dropped down to the 20s just that fast, and so I just cannot risk that. So anyways, that is it. I'm your host, Prince Elias. This has been another Snake Prince Vlogs, and we'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.
Snap a pic, hit the click, ain't no need to be weird. Creative reptiles with the knowledge flows. Ball pythons in the cut, ready to pose. Boa constrictors lurking, everybody knows. Education means cool in every friend.